on trap shoes. Posted trying to flip 100, I come back full. Come from nothing, but I blossom to a tycoon. Betrayal scars, can't stop thinking about them stab wounds. We might not catch him today, but he gon' die soon.
So let me play the scenario to lead up into the other targets that we could be targeting in the second round. So say we land our quarterback with the number one pick, whatever it happens, Lamar or other. Who are you looking at in that second round to kind of help fill out this roster? Maybe it's a need, maybe it's just really good value that you think might be there.
Yeah, so there's really a couple players that I feel we could get in the second round. Really starting with if we're gonna, because we need to revamp our offense. Like, we know that we need a guard. So if was Osiris Torrance, if he's there, I think that's his last name. The guard from Georgia. Yeah, the guard from Georgia. If he's there,
or Florida.
Yeah, Florida. My bad. Florida. Yeah. If he's there, then I would definitely want to take him. The guard from TCU.
Steve Avila.
Yeah, Avila. I was going to butcher his last name.
Yeah.
Avila. Then I would take him for sure as well. If we want to go defense, I would go Will McDonald. Add him from Iowa State, I believe.
Yep.
There's the other one. There's two more. There's one from Northwestern and there's one from K-State.
Oh yeah.
The
Adebawore from Northwestern, and then Felix Dunike Uzama from Kansas State.
Yeah. See, you got the names down.
Yeah, dude. I've been practicing.
I was going to butcher them. I was going to butcher them.
Yeah. But I don't know Adebawore's first name. A lot of people just call him, A squared or whatever. But
yeah. So those are three that I would love to get in the second round. If there's a corner there, like let's say, I know this isn't going to happen, but let's say Joey Porter Jr. falls, or let's say a Deontay Banks falls to 35.
Cam Smith is also very intriguing to me.
Yeah, Cam Smith. I would be cool with any one of those. I know Devon Witherspoon ain't falling. I know Christian Gonzalez ain't falling. But yeah, those guys, they're intriguing to me. And let's say we can somehow trade back into the second. I would love Julius Brents from K-State as well. So
I bring this up because I tried to watch the Julius Brents tape. Other than the size, do you like what you see on the film, like the size and the speed? Because that's like a big traits thing for Ballard. I get that.
Yeah.
But like on the tape, do you? Because I had a hard time finding things that I liked about Julius Brents on tape.
Yeah, for me, it's really the size and the speed, and because I know Gus Bradley loves the bigger, longer corners.
Yeah.
And so to me. With like a Gus Bradley, a Pete Carroll, Dan Quinn, they're really good because their technique is a lot different than what they teach their corners. The technique is a lot different, and you see that when they were all with the Seattle Seahawks, and you see they got some corners in there that they had been corners all their lives, and they came and went.
Yeah.
But then you had someone that was a raw talent that converted from receiver. Yeah, Tariq Woolen. You have Richard Sherman. Like, they converted from receiver to corner, so they were still kind of raw, had some footwork, but they were able to pick up what they was teaching. And so that's where I think I would like Julius Brents. We cover 3, coverage, things like that. I feel like he would excel in Gus Bradley's system. But I mean, there's other ones out there for sure that are a lot better than Julius Brents.
Yeah.
But that's why I would want him, because of the size and the speed.
So, this is like a humble brag, but last year I was saying that the Colts were probably going to take Tariq Woolen in the second round, just because, that exact conversation, right? And he just goes in, the 4th or 5th round or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe I just missed on that one. And then he's, up in the Defensive Rookie of the Year conversation. But, that's more of a credit to Seattle and their scheme and stuff like that. So.
I was high on him, and I was like, yeah, with his traits, his vert, his 40, his size, this is a Ballard guy. This Bradley guy.
Oh yeah,
let's get him.
Yep.
And Seattle took him, and I live in Seattle, so I'm texting some of my homeboys who are Seattle Seahawks fans. I'm like, man, y'all took the guy I wanted. I'm going to
Yo.
go play. I'm like on my way to play golf, and I'm texting them like, bro, like y'all just took him. Like y'all don't know what y'all got. Why did y'all take him?
Yo.
And then he came out and had the season that he had. I'm like, dang, man, if he could continue to develop this way, then you have your Richard Sherman back there again.
Yeah.
Just a faster version.
Yeah. And so okay, so Julius Brents, Cam Smith, some of the corners that like just kind of fall there. I like Will McDonald. I like Felix, and I like Adebawore. I was trying to think if there was someone else that I was kind of interested in. Like the Josh Downses would be interesting. I think we're good on tight end though. Like I think we're good there. We don't really need to stretch that.
Yeah, we got a lot of tight ends.
Jelani Woods is a more athletic Darnell Washington that didn't get the hype because he didn't play for Georgia.
Yep.
And then there was someone else. I just feel like there was someone. Anyways, I'm down with all those kind of picks, and that's where it's like we're almost getting like a late first round pick, anyways, with one of those top picks. And so, if we for some reason end up with an edge in the a blue chip player instead of a quarterback with our first pick, I would be happy to trade up and get a Hendon Hooker, whoever we end up falling in love with. The only other guy, just because I live in Utah and I've seen this guy play, is Jaron Hall out of BYU. Have you seen much out of him or?
So I actually started watching some of Jaron Hall stuff last night. Actually,
okay, yeah.
Because I've read some places that the Colts have some interest in him. They kind of compare him to like Jalen Hurts, and
Russell Wilson almost.
Yeah. And so I started looking at some of his stuff last night, and I mean, he doesn't have the strongest arm, but he can make some throws. He's pretty dang fast.
Oh yeah,
at the quarterback position. And he can move. So I don't know if I take him in second.
No,
but,
yeah.
But yeah, like I could honestly see the Colts going that direction as well.
So the thing about Jaron Hall is he's also older, like a Hendon Hooker. He's also had
he's
some
like
injuries.
25, right?
Yeah. He's also had some injuries. He's married, has a kid, I think, stuff like that. So, like, to me, I feel like he would be a good pro quarterback, if that makes sense. Like, he would be a good pro. Like, I don't think there'd be really any issues. Like, I think, got a good head on himself and stuff like that. But I view him as, like, an ideal backup for Russell Wilson or Jalen Hurts because I feel like he could kind of be molded by either of those two guys. But I could also see the Colts going quarterback number 4 with, say, Anthony Richardson, and then cutting ties with Sam Ehlinger and getting Jaron Hall as a QB3 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I can see that down the road. But
yeah, I can see that.
I do like Osiris Torrance, Steve Avila. I'm sure there's a few other guards that I just cannot understand offensive line tape as well, just because I haven't been like told how to watch that. Essentially, it's hard to pick it up. But I just usually trust a few different guys that I like on the offensive line. But yeah, I think it'll be very interesting to see what the Colts do. I'm expecting. Okay, I think we probably said this, but like I'm expecting the Colts to strike out on a quarterback at number 4, and then either trade for Lamar or trade up into the first round for a guy. And I think that Tyree Wilson will be our the first overall pick for us, the first round pick for us. Sorry. What's your kind of like? This is the most likely scenario.
So for me, I do think we get a quarterback at 4. I think that's the most likely scenario.
Yeah.
But again, I can see exactly what you said. Like I can see it. I see it both ways, to be honest. Or even not even a striking out at 4, but just not picking a quarterback at 4. Yeah, like because again, we know Chris Ballard, and he's not going to be pressed to make a pick. Like he's just not going to do it. That's what we've seen for the past 6 years. And granted, while we say like he needs to make this pick. He needs to get this quarterback pick right. He needs to take a quarterback right now. If Chris Ballard doesn't want a quarterback at 4, he's not going quarterback at 4.
Yeah, I feel like
Now,
that's
will it
just
cost him
so
his
tough for
job?
people
I
to
don't
chew
know.
on.
Yeah, it is. It's hard for people to chew on, but we've seen it for 6 years. And granted, we've seen his free agency approach for 6 years too. And me of all people, because I thought like, oh well, this year he has to put something together because it could cost him his job. Maybe he'll be more active in free agency. Nope. Like
Yeah.
we're still the same old Colts in free agency. So he doesn't move fast to do anything. And if he's not sold on the guy at 4, he's not going to take a quarterback at 4.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see it from that standpoint where either we strike out, we just don't take one, or we go Anthony Richardson or Will Levis at 4.
Okay, yeah, I think that's kind of like the balance right there of the two. I think just the two sides.